Friends, I'm probably more and more convinced that we have to keep our eyes fixed on Jesus. We have to be really focused over this time. I think God's given us a great opportunity for a reset. We've learned some new rhythms. We've actually got some momentum, so we need to keep going. I was very privileged just recently to hear Jim Collins on a webinar from overseas. And he spoke there about a flywheel. And a flywheel is something that starts to move and then gets some momentum. And the more momentum it gets, the faster it goes. And it keeps spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. Now, I reckon at the moment we got some momentum, but we want to get that flywheel spinning faster. So I want to say, first of all, thank you. Thank you because during a really difficult time, you've kept going. You've kept your eyes focused on Jesus. You've kept your eyes focused on the main things. The stuff keeps coming. Keep it at bay. Keep the main thing the main thing. Now, I did talk to some groups of people, and in January next year, we're going to go around the division. We're going to start talking this up. And we really want to seek your input into what might get that flywheel spinning so that we would gain more and more momentum, that we would have our eyes fixed on Jesus and we would see the kingdom advancing. That's our prayer. That's why we joined up. So let me talk you through some of the things that might be on that flywheel, and it's important what order they are in. So the first thing is spirit-led, advancing, not retreating. We must keep our eyes fixed on Jesus. We must be listening to the Holy Spirit. We must be led by him. And when we are, life becomes pretty exciting, doesn't it? We don't know what's going to happen next, but we are led by the Spirit of God, doing what he asks, being the people that he wants us to be, doing what he asks us to do. Spirit-led, advancing, not retreating. Second thing on that flywheel was that every salvo is on mission. That's what we were born for, weren't we? And we've talked about this 1-1-1. One time we will come together for worship. One time when we will be in a discipleship huddle and going together into the Gospels and saying, God, what do you want to say to us? What are we going to do with that? And then the third one is we're on ministry. We're out there serving our world. One worship service, one discipleship group, one mission. So every salvo on mission. Then we start to get a bit more traction, mission innovation. And congratulations to many of you who are taking this journey. We've got some great gathered worshipping communities, got some wonderful communities of hope. We've got community tables and we're starting to get momentum with new ideas rising up. You got permission, guys, come on, let's go. Mission innovation. Let the Holy Spirit speak to you. What's he asking you to do? What will you do with that? Next part, this sentness to all generations and all nations. Imagine the day when all of our places are thriving because every generation is there, every nation is there. Then we start to get some more momentum. The multiplication of expressions. We're not just got 130 core expressions, we got thousands because the Holy Spirit is at work and we're believing he can do amazing things. We're beginning to grow, friends. We're beginning to advance. Come on, let's keep going. The multiplication of discipleship groups. Don't stay in the same home group forever. Come on, let's multiply. Let's see people everywhere becoming disciples who make disciples who make disciples. And then greater measures, starting to measure what we're doing because what you measure is what you focus on. And then having the resources to do it because we believe that God is in it and he provides. Can you see that flywheel starting to take shape? Now we do lots of stuff like this and we write it down and we put it in a drawer and we forget about it. We're not going to do that. So if you say we're going to be spirit-led, advancing and not retreating, what does that really mean in the place that you're in? Will you come together to really seek the Spirit of God? Will you spend time each morning? What will you do that means that becomes a reality in your life? If we're going to say every salvo's on mission 111, we don't want just a little card. We want some action. We want vision turned into action. So that flywheel starts to spin and spin and spin and spin faster till every day we see the kingdom advancing. So we're going to work with you. We're going to pray this up. We're going to believe for great things. God is in this. Bless you as you take the journey.